Hey folks, Squill18 here, very quickly going to bring you the sales on Steam for December 31st, which was yesterday, New Year's Eve, and I was obviously very, very busy. I'm going to go through it really quick. There's only like an hour left. I want to upload it to give people a chance to see. Magica, 4-player, multiplayer, co-op with friends. Crazy, crazy game because friendly fire is enabled. You tend to blow up your friends more than you blow up the enemies, and it's awesome. Very, very good game. Dead Island, potentially a good game. Still a little pricey because it just came out this year. I think I'm going to wait a little bit. It wasn't the most highly rated game ever, but most people seem to enjoy it. But yeah, I'm going to wait since it's still $25, even on a discount. Grid is the racing game du jour. It's $3.75. It's not very expensive if you like racing games. I don't know how this one stands up. Counter-Strike remains one of the best, most competitive multiplayer shooters out there. Keep in mind, if you've never played it before, you're probably going to jump in it and get absolutely murdered. But, you know, everyone's got to learn somehow, and it is very, very, very cheap today. Dungeons & Dragons Daggerfall, do not get this game. It is garbage. There are many, many other D&D games out there. There are many other RPG games and other systems that are much, much better than Daggerdale, or Daggerdale, not Daggerfall. And yeah, just don't buy this game. It's terrible. Rochard is a very cute sort of physics-based puzzle platformer semi-action game with some half-decent voice acting. It's not a bad little product. Bit Trip Runner is a very fun, very retro graphic style game. Fast-paced indie action. Definitely worth checking out. I think it's like $2.50. This is actually, while I haven't played it much, I know that it's actually, it should be one of the top recommended products on the sale today. We've got Art, BioShock 1 and 2. Fantastic games, great stories, great environments, just great feel and mood to everything. If you haven't played the series, do just get BioShock 1 to start off with. It's arguably the better of the two, although BioShock 2 is considered pretty well as well. But you're going to want the story from BioShock 1. It's like $5 today. If you've never played BioShock, you probably should. Horde is a cool little game where you play a dragon that is just burninating the countryside and looting all the things and having a kind of a good time being dragony, you know, stealing princesses and that sort of thing. It's not, you know, it's another one of these games I'm going to say it's not great, but it's good and it's certainly cute and it's cheap enough, and there's some achievements for it today. Heroes of Might and Magic is a wonderful, wonderful story that, or games franchise that blends empire strategy with role-playing game aspects and tactical combat. They are a great series. I have not played a lot of them just because it's just something I never happened to just be playing. I was playing other games all the time. But the franchise is really good. I think Heroes 6, I think, is considered kind of weak. It's also more expensive, so it's not recommended. I think 5 was fine. I think Dark Messiah was actually considered to be pretty good and a bit of a different type of game. Hitman franchise is wonderful. It is a stealth sort of assassination game, but the levels play out very much like puzzles every time because while you can just run in guns shooting sometimes, generally speaking it's unwise, and what you want to do is you want to scout out the level and figure out the best way to do your assassination, which is might be taking out a guard somewhere isolated and then putting on his uniform and using that to sneak in, or triggering a certain series of events. Lots of trial and error, lots of fun. And L.A. Noire, the complete edition, this is a very nice game from Rockstar. It's not a Grand Theft Auto game though. It is set in just sort of post-World War II L.A., very noir, that cinema noir sort of detective gritty genre, and it was actually pretty well received, and a lot of people kind of like it. There were some critics that were a little harsh on it, but generally speaking, it was relatively positive, and it might not be a bad time to pick it up. Anyway, that is it. I hope you enjoy the games for today. I'll see you guys shortly.